Hello YouTube and welcome back to another Dare to Game video. Today we're playing Red Dead Online and we're bringing you another outfit guide. Today is one that's been requested multiple times on the channel, and that is for a Victorian era big game hunter. And so I assume by this that we're talking about probably a British safari hunter from the period, because we all have a pretty iconic idea of what that looks like in our heads. Either A, from movies like Jumanji or Tarzan, or B, just the many historical photographs of British people going on safari in Africa in the late 1800s to early 1900s. So that is the outfit that we're going to be designing today, and it actually turned out really good. I had a lot of fun with this one. It was very fun to design. But with all that in mind, if at any point in the video you find yourself liking it, definitely leave a like on the video, and remember to subscribe to the channel because it's very helpful for me, and it's a great way for you to support and see content that you enjoy. So with all that in mind, let's get it started with the weapons for this outfit. So for our first weapon, and probably the most important one for the outfit, we have the elephant rifle in the game. And of course, this is going to be imitating the 700 nitro or whatever was being used at the time by these big game hunters to hunt tigers and elephants and all this sort of stuff. It was basically just a super giant powerful rifle, and most of them used a double barrel. Now, I've also found various ones where they were using just larger caliber bolt action rifles or break action or breech loaders. There's a lot of variety. But the iconic look that I think a lot of us have is the double barreled 700 nitro. So that's the gun that I chose to go with, and I used the cartridge wrap that was added with Quick Draw Pass 4, and I think that looks pretty nice. And then I did the mahogany varnish on the wood, and then no engravings, no carvings, and all black and steel for the look, because that's what most of them look like in photographs. I started with the all blued steel, but again, it just looked too blue. I didn't like the way it looked. Now, in real life, it's blued steel, but as I've said before in these videos, real life blued steel is not as blue as it looks in this game. It's somewhere between the blackened and blued steel look. It's got a blue tint to it, but it looks like a bluish black, not a blackish blue, if that makes any sense to you. So that's the first gun that we're going to be using, and like I said, it's pretty essential for this outfit because it's the main weapon of a Victorian era big game hunter. So that's the first gun, but we'll also look at a sidearm. Alright, and for our sidearm, we're going to be doing a double action revolver, and I've basically just designed it to look like a stock Webley. From this time period, especially in, the UK or England or whatever you want to call it over there, the area that these hunters are most likely from, the most common and popular handgun near the early 1900s was the Webley. So with that in mind, that's the way I designed this. You could really use any handgun. It just comes down to personal choice. I almost went with a semi-auto pistol or a volcanic just to kind of look like a more modern handgun that one of them might be carrying. But I think the most common one at this time period, especially for British people, would have been the Webley revolver. So that's why I decided to go with that. And the way to try to imitate that look is ebony grips. The long barrel is probably the best way to go, but either barrel length is fine. Improved rifling, improved sights, no carvings, no engraving, and then all black and steel. And like I said, I think that turns out pretty good. And if you want to look like you're using a Webley, then that's probably the way to go. So that is, I guess the only other thing to say is the Webley was a top break, like the Schofield revolver, whereas the double action in this game is actually a swing out cylinder. So if you wanted to, the Schofield revolver would also work, and I would just do the same thing. I would do the long barrel, all black and steel, and the ebony grips. No carvings, no engravings. Either way, it'll look good and it'll perform pretty similar to the Webley. So that is the sidearm for this outfit, but let's get on to the exciting part, which is the outfit itself. Alright, and so here we have the outfit itself, and I was pretty excited because I think this turned out great. Now, I was basing this off of a number of different photos. Now, there's obviously personal variation because in a lot of the historical photos, it's not like it's a uniform, it's just something that these people put together to use on their own. But it makes sense that it followed general themes because they were hunting in the same area and they were hunting the same animals. So it made sense that they would wear clothing that was pretty similar. So with all that in mind, I started out with a hairstyle and facial hair that was pretty popular at the time, especially for these people. And I went with this more, I guess, substantial mutton chop looking mustache beard combo. There was one other option, which was the curly mustache. I think it's called the barkeep. That one looked somewhat like some of the photographs, including the one I think that I decided that I was going to use for this thumbnail. But I think this style is more iconic and looks a lot more like the facial hair that we all kind of picture when we think of these people. So that is the outfit. That's the facial hair and everything. Let's go through the items that make up this outfit. So the hat that I used, which is essential for the outfit because it makes the whole outfit possible, is the Expedition hat. And this is one of the hats that you can purchase from Madame Nazar. It does cost gold bars, but I think it's worth it because it's a very unique looking hat. And if you want to dress up like a Victorian era hunter, you basically need it. Now, it's not perfect because most of the actual hats, like this is a later version of a safari hat. The Victorian Victorian era had a taller one with less of a rim, like a rim to it. And again, like I said, the photo that I used in the thumbnail represents that. But this is still pretty close. And then it wasn't long after this era where the hat that my character in the game is wearing actually became the dominant style of safari hat. So, like I said, it's important for the outfit. It is basically the only one that I found in the game that looks like it. So that is the hat that we're using. For eyewear, there are two options. I think the Savatier monocle is the best option because it's the only monocle in the game. And I chose this one that looks the most normal. Obviously, the moon being in it kind of throws off the appearance of it. But that's the option I chose. The other option would be the plain brass spectacles. They're from the era, so they would have been decently common to see. But I don't think they look as good as the monocle. That being said, both of these eyewear options are also things that you have to purchase for gold bars from Madame Nazar. For neckwear, I decided to use the Dunster neckerchief, and the reason I use this is twofold. One, it's actually a bandana, so you can actually pull this up and wear it like a bandana, but it looks like a neckerchief on you. And two, it looks decently similar to a lot of the neckwear that I was able to find in historical photographs. Now, some people were just wearing full bandanas, some people wore no neckwear, some were wearing more of a decorative looking tie, but a lot were wearing a tied neckerchief that looked a lot like this. So that's why I used this, and I think it looks great. The Dunster neckerchief was added with Quick Draw Pass 4, which is available from October 5th to October 27th, 2021. So if you missed that and you're watching this video after that date, then that's unfortunate, but it's no longer attainable, and then I would just use a different one of the other neckerchiefs, because it will look basically the same, but it won't function as a bandana like this one does. So that is the neckwear. For the coat, it's not perfect because most of the historical photographs of these people have their jacket buttoned up and with a belt on the outside of it. So we can't perfectly imitate that look, but the closest we can come, the light tan worsted coat, it looks pretty much perfect. It's the right color. A pretty close approximation of the style as well. If it was buttoned up and had a belt, it would look perfect. But as it is, I think it looks pretty dang good, so that's the coat I went with. Then for the vest, there's two options. I think this one is better, the double-breasted lapelled vest. It's got this light tan variant that matches the whole theme of the outfit very well and definitely looks a lot more British. So that's the vest I went with. The other option is this kind of light off-white tannish variant of the traditional vest. This one also works very well. That's going to come down totally to personal taste. I do recommend using them since the coat doesn't button up. We do want to have a vest on. Well, for multiple reasons. One, waistcoats were very popular at this time, especially for British people. A lot of the historical photographs I found utilized vests that looked a lot like this. And like I said, it helps simulate the same look considering we can't button up our jacket. So either one of those vests are going to be great options. For the shirt, we're going to keep it simple and go with the white everyday shirt. Any white shirt would do fine, but this one I think is the best option. For the weapon equipment, we're going to keep it as simple as possible because most of these people were not wearing gun belts that looked like this. They were wearing plain black leather belts. Like I said, over their jacket was the style, but obviously we can't do any of that, so our best option is going to be the agency gun belt. It's just a plain black gun belt. It looks the best, I think, out of all the available options. Then for pants, the best match that I was able to find were these light tan variant of the Bandito pants. Now, they don't match the style as well because the pants that was very common for these people kind of flared out more at the top, so they were a little bit more puffy looking at the top, but then very thin at the bottom. But these ones match the color I was going for the best, and they're clean and uniform looking. So that's why I think these are the best pants option out of all the ones that you can choose in the game. Then for the footwear, I think that the Sportsman's boots are the best option, and I chose to go with these ones because I was basing it off of a historical photograph where the man was wearing lighter boots. All of the photos that I was able to find use a similar style to these, the Sportsman's boots, so I think no matter what you do, you got to go with this style of boots. But the other most common option that I was able to find was a more black looking one. So if you want to just go with the initial, the black Sportsman's boots, that's what these look like. And it's up to debate. I think that both look very good. I think the black probably offers a little bit better contrast, but either way, it's going to be a real good option, so the Sportsman's boots work. So that is the outfit in its entirety. Like I said, I think it looks great. I think it looks a lot like the historical photographs that I was basing it off of, and it definitely sells the image. I think anybody runs across you wearing this in the game is going to know pretty much what you're going for, especially if you've got an elephant rifle equipped. So that is the Victorian era big game safari hunter outfit. Historical, mind you. This isn't based off a movie character. I based this off of historical photographs. So this does count as a historical outfit guide. So that is where we're going to end today's video, and our big game that we're going to be hunting today is the most dangerous game. This guy. So, I hope you liked this video. I hope you found it useful. If you wanted to imitate this very, very iconic look, Ha! They shot one of their own guys. If you wanted to imitate this very iconic look, I hope this video was useful for that. I think it turned out great and looks excellent. Oh, my hat fell off. Well, there goes my iconic look. I'll have to pick that back up. If you did find it useful, or if this was something you were looking for, or it was just entertaining, or whatever the case is, definitely leave a like on the video. Helps me out immensely in the algorithm and helps my channel grow. Helps other people see the video, so there's lots of great reasons to do it. But no matter what your reason is, I hope you do it and like the video. If you've got any comments, questions, concerns, please leave those down in the comment section below. It could be anything from maybe items that you think would have looked better with this outfit, mistakes you think I made along the way, recommendations or suggestions for future videos, really anything like that is well within the bounds of what makes an acceptable and very helpful comment on a video like this. If you've done all of that and you like this content but you haven't subscribed already, I definitely invite you to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell, as it helps me grow and helps you stay up to date on all of the content that I release here on a daily basis. But with all that in mind, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, and you've done all that stuff I've asked you, then there's nothing more to do today. So I hope you have a nice day. Hope you enjoyed watching the video. But in any case, we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching another Dare to Game video. If you liked this video, please leave a like and a comment. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel. If you like my content and would like to support this channel, consider becoming a member today for as little as $1.99 a month. It makes a huge difference. But in any case, thanks for watching and have a nice day. I'll see you next time.